turning my football shirts from a £30 purchase to an £80 purchase for a Liverpool shirt.
Crazy.
All in the name of hashtag bloke core.
Crazy.
Gentrification, man.
Burney on Trickstar Radio.
That's the sounds of Flow with Cardboard Box. Some real UK R&B greatness coming through there. I love that song. Lucas, thoughts?
Absolutely. I'm glad R&B's back in a big way, man.
In a massive
UK R&B,
way.
that is back.
It's thriving right now. There's some mad upcoming acts coming out of the
Exactly,
UK.
man.
I love it. What I also love, the kind of 90s, noughties aesthetic and sound that
The
seems to be...
Y2K vibe.
The Y2K vibe is definitely back and it's on the rise. On that note, I saw a little Twitter feed the other day.
Yep.
People kind of getting a bit up in arms about the gentrification of Depop.
Sounds like Twitter.
Sounds like Twitter. Now, I'm a regular Depop user, both as a buyer and a seller. I know
too,
you
my
are
friend.
as well.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get your thoughts on it. Like, as a buyer, firstly.
As a buyer, I think it works in both ways. It's a positive and a negative in the sense that you get more stock now. I'm able to go on and get stuff that I'd usually go to StockX or Grailed for on Depop, which is definitely gentrification, don't get me wrong.
100%.
But that's kind of good for the buyer. But at the same time, it does mean things like football shirts. I'm looking at you bloke core guys.
Yeah.
Turning my football shirts from a £30 purchase to an £80 purchase for a Liverpool shirt.
Crazy.
All in the name of hashtag bloke core.
Crazy.
Gentrification, man.
It's mad. And there are certain things, like, as soon as something starts trending, I suppose, like NASCAR t-shirts we saw recently, just came out of nowhere and went from like a £15 t-shirt to like a £50 t-shirt overnight.
I think part of that is to do with wholesalers, though. A friend of mine does vintage wholesale, and I've noticed that his, especially NASCAR box t-shirts and also Harley Davidson t-shirts have gone from being like £100 for a box of like 10 t-shirts to like £200 for a box of 10 t-shirts.
Crazy.
So obviously the guys that are getting it on wholesale then selling it off have to be able to make a profit somewhere.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I was going to kind of segue into from a seller's perspective. Like, I understand everyone wants to get like cheaper stuff, but like if you're buying something cheap and selling it on, that's like effectively the kind of business model. So
Yeah.
I suppose if there's people out there that are kind of complaining about that and being like, we need to keep the prices down, like you say, it kind of works from both ways.
Definitely works from both ways.
So it's hard to make money on Depop now, I find.
Definitely. And also I find that a lot of the guys want a low offer.
Yeah.
Get to a certain point on their offer and then just not buy your product.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if you're going to offer, like, make the offer, but buy it.
Yeah.
Come through and cop.
You clearly wanted it at some point, so you may as well cop it.
Exactly.
Especially if you're lowballing me.
And bro, like, at the end of the day, like, I bought this for a certain price. Like, I need to make at least that back and a little bit more. And Depop take their fees as it is.
Exactly.
Like, I figure if you're a seller, you should kind of expect, unless you're gonna dig to pay a little bit for.
Exactly,
for
man.
the
I miss the
premium
days of 2017 Supreme and Palace, man.
items. Oh mate,
100T, £300 profit would be beautiful.
easy,
Would be beautiful.
easy money.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But, you know, Depop's still a very useful app, I find.
Absolutely.
And my wardrobe will be nowhere without it today.
Word.
So there we go. On the theme of old school tunes as well and Y2K, we got a bit of old school Nelly for you now. So turn it up nice and loud. This is 10 to 12 show with Burney and Lucas Ramsell.